and Panthers underway from Charlotte. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Don't let us down. Commit, Red.
They run with a third-year man, Chuba Hubbard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Hey, you look at this Saints defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go, set. Slide through. Ready?
Now Young. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is fielded at the 27. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. A 1,000-yard rusher for the first time last year. This is Jamal Williams. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. This defense for the Panthers, terrific last week in a season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Carr. And that is incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, on is Lou Hedley to punt for New Orleans. This is taken at the 23. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Second and 10. Here's Carr to throw. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 47 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. But you look at this defense. This unit, 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this done.
Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now Carr. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground. It's Camaro. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 more yards there and another first down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Camara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards down the field at that point.
Nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
The Panthers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets your point in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll give this to Hubbard running right. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Watch out now, 50 series.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. Gets past one man, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
He completes this one to Mingo. Touchdown, Panthers. Jonathan Mingo, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef
that they can let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On second down, Williams. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, you have to keep carrying it, thank you.
These two teams all tied after one. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 4. To throw his car. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken the lead. Groupie for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Come on, set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
That throw by Young incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Young on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Executed there on third down. I love the confidence that they have to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in the quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 32 on the play. Off the play fake, Young. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. One of the Panthers' big offseason acquisitions. Here's Miles Sanders. Touchdown! Miles Sanders, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers are an extra point away from drawing level. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Meanwhile, Carr's throw caught by Olave. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Kamara up the middle. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at him, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. He gets it to Thomas. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only do they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room. It translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Getting to the ball that time was Jeremy Chin.
He's got exactly what you're looking for. The ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Carr. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
The man's getting a little loose with the football, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's going to start taking better care of it.
Really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Up the middle, it's Williams. Jeremy Chin there defensively.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Carr. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. Here's Lou Hedley now. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Meanwhile, Young throw complete there to Thomas. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Here's 3rd and 6. Young now from the 50. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. effective 7-yard third down conversion. First and 10, Young. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes third and the length of the football. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's first and 10. Now Young. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Carr going to throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run, 35 yards.
It may look routine when you see the finished product, but what a nice job of concentration there. Catching the football on that route and then taking it a nice distance. A great example for an offense of throwing short and running long.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a 3rd down throw that misses the target, incomplete.
Hey, that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And his kick here is good. And that'll bring them back within 4. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field.
Defense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We've got a close game. The offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that if they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football, offense, defense. But today, it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Young, he's going to change it up. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Here's Young from the shotgun. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Young fakes a sweep and looks to throw off play action. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! And the Panthers add 6 to their lead. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Gross Matos. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. And Shaheed going to go in motion. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. Oh, look at the juke. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 57 yards. And the Saints are back within a score. The Saints offense and Derek Carr, they're still on the field, so they figure to go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Fighting through. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So that time, they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over first and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
He continues to struggle to find ways to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
3rd and 5. To throw his Carr. Looking long for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Offense is all over
continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Down.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 78 yards on the ground for Hubbard as that last run of first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. Leading the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Throwing, Young. Flush to his right. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two short of the 40. They're going downfield and keeps it in safe for first down.
Still calling him here, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad job. But what the heck, right? Scramble for that first. After the deep blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Young now. And his throw is incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now here's Young. Eluding the pressure right. And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. Bryce Young, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Young on 3rd down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
So far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. That is caught. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr to throw again. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Complete to Olave on the out route. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Carr's throw caught by his receiver Hill. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays, as we just saw there.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Again, it's Carr. And it's caught. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Carolina. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time. That extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Throwing his Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. He's got a man, complete. And down right around the 37. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Carr to throw. He completes it to Olave. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Carr. And his throw here's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Carr. Throws the comebacker. Olave's got it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Carr now to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Woods with a pick, and the Panthers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up